Oh my God! My baby! Why you kill my son? My baby! Oh, Jesus! Oh God! Look at my baby!
We are on the record in file 23-21612-FC, People versus Kenyatta, Tywin Silvertooth. We are here today for sentencing, and we are proceeding today in person. The court also has a Zoom video conference session running. However, there's no one related to this case in that video. First, may I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. Arnold.
Allison Arnold for the people.
John Glazier on behalf of Mr. Silvertooth.
Mike Dagmar-Gozi for Mr. Silvertooth.
And sir, you are Kenyatta Tywin Silvertooth?
Yes.
Mr. Silvertooth, have you had an opportunity to read and review your pre-sentence report?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to discuss that report with Mr. Glazier and or Mr. Dagmar-Gozi?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the representation and the advice that they've given you?
Yes.
Do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or the relevancy of any of the information that's in the pre-sentence report?
No.
Mr. Glazier or Mr. Dagmar-Gozi, does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exist any known constitutional defects?
No, Your Honor.
The probation officer has calculated the minimum sentencing guidelines on count 2, the discharging of firearm from a vehicle causing death, to be from 225 to 750 months to life. Do you agree with that computation of guidelines?
Your Honor, we're not going to challenge the guidelines because of the nature of the other conviction.
All right. Ms. Arnold, did people have any objection to the guidelines on count 2?
We did find an error in the guidelines, and we do have some corrections to the report itself. In the guidelines on count 2, offense variable 3 should be scored as 25 points because the charge is discharge from a vehicle causing death, which would be a homicide by definition. And when it's a homicide, you don't score 100 points. You only score 25 points by case law. So that would change the total OB level, the total OB points to 65 points, the OB level to 5, and the guideline range to 135 to 450 months.
Okay. Mr. Glazier, Mr. Dagmar-Gozi, any issue with that modification?
We have no objection to that.
Okay. So that's changing OV3 from 100 to 25.
Correct.
And I apologize, Ms. Arnold, that
The total OB would be 65 points. The OB level would be 5. And the guideline minimum range would be 135 to 450 months. So the sentencing recommendation in that count would still be within guidelines because the top end of guidelines is 37.5 years. Top end of the minimum. We have a couple other corrections. Whenever the clerk's ready.
Okay, go ahead.
In the final charges here, I know there was some issue with this because it was charged as an open murder. We did provide the PAC code to the convicted charge to the clerk's office yesterday, and I believe the judgment of conviction is correct. But the final charges here should reflect a PAC code of, this is on the first page because it's in more than one place, 750.316-A. And the charge should be homicide dash murder, first degree dash premeditated.
Okay, Mr. Glazier, Mr. Dagmar-Gozi, any objection to that modification?
We have no objection.
That is consistent with what happened at trial, so I think that modification is approved.
Yeah, and the charge also needs to be corrected on the second page, page 2, and then on the third physical page, which is page 1, and the fourth physical page, which is page 2.
yeah, that appears in the recommendation on the second physical page, and then under evaluation and plan, third physical page, and then under recommended narrative on the fourth physical page of the document. So we'll make those changes there as well.
And Judge, I have a couple others. On the, under recommended narrative, the fourth physical page, the guideline range should be changed.
Okay, yeah, so that has the 225 to 750, which we modified to
135 to 450.
135 to 450.
And then on that same page,
Buckle up, guys. Today we're going to witness a courtroom where the atmosphere turns serious from the very first second. Emotional cries instantly reveal the devastating impact of this tragedy before the hearing officially begins. As the judge reviews sentencing guidelines and both sides discuss critical legal corrections, every word makes it clear that this isn't an ordinary case. The courtroom is preparing for a decision that will permanently change lives, while the tension quietly builds toward the emotional moments still waiting to unfold.
the fourth physical page, the guideline range should be changed.
Okay, yeah, so that has the 225 to 750, which we modified to
135 to 450.
135 to 450.
And then on that same page, it indicates that Robert Allen indicated to the police that a 2015 Jeep Cherokee was involved in the shooting. It just should just say a Jeep was involved in the shooting.
That's under description of the offense, the fourth line down.
Fourth line down. And then
Mr. Glazer, Mr. Dagenberg, was any objection to that?
Your Honor, we don't, the only thing we indicate in regards to amending the factual statements within the PSI is my client maintains his innocence and he knows you're not going to change those, but he would, anything describing him as having committed a homicide, he would, you know, just make an objection to it, obviously.
So I will be honest, I don't recall Mr. Allen's testimony at trial, whether he said it was a Cherokee, a Jeep Cherokee, or just a Jeep. I know there was some discrepancy among the witnesses as to what kind of Jeep it was.
yeah, I believe his testimony at trial was he thought it was a Jeep Compass. So I think if we just say a Jeep, it covers whatever in fact he did say. I'm confident he did not say what year vehicle it was.
Okay, I would agree with that. I don't recall anyone testifying as to the year of the vehicle. And I guess I would agree if we remove Cherokee, it would cover whichever one he would have said. So we can delete the 2015 and delete the word Cherokee from that sentence.
And then in that same paragraph, 2 lines down, or I guess it'd be 3 actually, it says the car was traveling eastbound of Frank Street. It should be eastbound on Frank Street.
Anything else?
The next page, the second paragraph, and it says Gage Winsett testified knowing Kenyatta Black Silvertooth as his nephew is Mark Silvertooth. That should be changed to uncle.
Later, any issue with that?
No issue.
Okay, so we'll change nephew to uncle.
And then I think on page 5, the charge also needs to be changed under final charges 3 of 3.
Yeah, I agree that should be changed to first degree rather than open murder.
And then the third page from the end, which is page 2 of the basic information report, the guidelines should be changed under the disposition section, which is towards the bottom, to reflect the guideline range of 135 to 450 and the offense variable total of 65.
Also be changed with the modification we've already made.
That's all.
All right, Mr. Glazer, then is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Silvertooth before court passes sentence?
The other thing we'd add, Your Honor, is that my client does maintain his innocence and he understands that there's no discretion in the sentencing. He's aware of that, at least as to the first degree murder charge. And he hopes he'll be vindicated on appeal.
All right. Mr. Silvertooth, is there anything you would like to say before the court passes sentence? Ms. Arnold, do the people wish to be heard?
We do, Your Honor. Just briefly, I want to thank the officers from the Adrian Police Department for their efforts in this case. Everyone in the department, frankly, I think had a role, and particularly detectives Ruffner, Lanford, and Sergeant Putnam from that department.
All right, guys, the courtroom now moves beyond technical discussions and into the heart of the case. The defense continues to stand by the defendant's innocence, even with sentencing moment away, while the prosecution thanks investigators whose work led to the conviction. Justice, accountability, and the consequences of violence become the central focus. Just when the legal arguments come to an end, the judge invites the victim's family to speak, setting the stage for testimony that is far more powerful than any courtroom debate.
So, Ms. Simmons, if you just state your name and then you can make your statement.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Cynthia Simmons. I'm Jonathan Simmons' mother. I don't understand why this Silvertooth took my son's life. Jonathan was a loving child. He was only a kid. This is a grown man. He should be more professional than that. He hasn't been killing John. And he's going to regret every bit of it, because God said forgive those. And I'm going to forgive him, because you know what? I ain't going to go to hell like he's going to hell eternity.
And Judge, we also have Demetrius Cato, who is Jonathan Simmons' sister. And she'll be speaking as well as reading a statement from Pearl Russell.
So if you'll just state your name again and you can make your statement.
Demetrius Cato, Jonathan Simmons' sister. Being the oldest of 11, I felt like I felt my little brother because I felt like I needed to protect him and I couldn't and didn't. I'm not going to say he was perfect, but he didn't deserve to die. We're never going to see my brother again. We have his memories now, but I was just about to try to read this. This is from his child's mother, Pearl Russell. Okay. Almost 2 years without you. Still don't know how I'm making it this long without you. It was days I couldn't even go. I couldn't even go a day without you. February 13th was the last day you was able to pick our daughter up from school. Minutes later, you were killed. You loved taking and picking her up from school. That was your favorite part of the day. And our baby girls also, because she knew you would take her to the store and get her whatever it was she wanted. She was a daddy's girl. The day we got the news, I was at school. People was calling me. I knew it was a lie. You was a loving person with a big heart. And that smile I miss. Good people don't get killed. That's what I thought. I wanted it to be a lie so bad. Having to go home and tell our children you was gone because some evil people took your life over what? That's what I want to know. Now we would never get a chance to hug you again, and it hurts so bad. The pain I feel every day, the pain I feel every day will never go away, and I have to deal with that for the rest of my life. 10 years we shared so many memories that I can talk about for days, that I will forever have to hold on to. We had 2 beautiful children before you left this earth. The day we found out we was having a boy, you were so happy. You finally got a son. and was only able to enjoy 10 months with him. He knew his father's face. When I show him pictures, he pointed you saying, Dada, with a big smile on his face. He reminds me so much of you. So much. It's like you all over again. Thank you for leaving a part of you with me forever. Our baby girl miss you so much. Seeing the hurt in her eyes. Seeing her hurt in her eyes hurts me the most when she cries for you. And it's nothing I can do about it. It makes me so angry. All I can do is tell her everything would be okay. Because I don't know what else to say to stop her from hurting. Do I do his or just say his? Okay. Kenyatta, y'all did that killing her father, and I'm still learning how to deal with her pain on top of the pain y'all left me to deal with. Y'all took the best thing that happened to me away. My family is broke. Jonathan was a great man, amazing father, a well-respected friend, and a loving son/brother. He would give his last if that meant making the next person smile.
Buckle up, because this is a part where the courtroom becomes impossible to watch without emotion. One family member after another shares the pain left behind by a life taken too soon. Their words reveal the lasting impact on parents, siblings, children, and loved ones whose lives were forever changed. These statements remind everyone that behind every criminal case is a real family carrying unimaginable loss. It's a heartbreaking reminder that justice may punish the guilty, but it can never restore what was taken away.
Determining the appropriate sentence, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, their history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what's been said on the record here this morning. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offenses, the discipline appropriate to their commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, vindication for the law, and the protection of society. Mr. Silvertooth is 48 years old. He has 3 prior felonies, an assault with intent to murder from 1993, where he's convicted by a jury, served 11 to 25 years, discharged in 2007. Delivery and manufacture of cocaine conviction in 2012, served another prison sentence and was paroled in 2017. And then this case in which Mr. Silvertooth has been convicted of first-degree murder, discharge of a firearm from the vehicle causing death, and felon firearm. Court obviously sat through the trial, heard the testimony, and saw the evidence. And based upon that, I can only say that this is one of the most senseless acts that I have ever seen. Resulted in the murder of another young man, causing devastation to his family, causing trauma upon our community because of the publicity it received. And for that, our state legislature has decided that there is only one just sentence, there is only one proportional sentence for that act. So it will be the sentence of the court with respect to count 1 that Mr. Silvertooth be sentenced to the Michigan Department of Corrections for life without the possibility of parole, or for count 2, that Mr. Silvertooth be sentenced to the Michigan Department of Corrections for 35 years to 60 years with credit for 486 days served. And with respect to count 3, the felony firearm, that Mr. Silvertooth served a period of 2 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections with credit for 486 days served. By law, that sentence must be served first, and the other sentences are consecutive to the felony firearm count. You must pay a $130 crime victims' rights fee and a $68 state cost.
Which is $68, I believe it's times 3.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a $68 state cost and one for each count. You do have the ability to request an appeal of your sentence, Mr. Silvertooth. The bailiff is going to hand to you 3 copies of the notice of right to appellate review and request for.
All right, guys, everything now leads to the moment this courtroom has been building toward. After reviewing the defendant's criminal history, the seriousness of the offense, and the devastating impact on both the family and the community, the judge delivers a sentence that reflects the gravity of the crime. With life without parole and additional prison terms imposed, the courtroom reaches its final chapter. The verdict closes the legal process, but the emotional scars remain for everyone affected by this tragedy. If you found this courtroom breakdown informative, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more real courtroom cases. Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.